Hi 10th graders, I hope that you're doing well. In this video I'm going to tell you what we're going to be focusing on for our next two class periods. And that is going to be the creation of the plan for how you're going to create your design, create your model for your sustainable system and the action plan that describes it. So that's our design for the unit, is the model for the sustainable system and the action plan that designs the implementation and the function of that model, of that system that you've chosen. The slides I'm going to be showing you are in this document here. You can take a look at, but the model that you're describing the process to create now in this plan that I'm about to show you how to do, this is the chosen design from your Criterion B that is supported by all the research that you've done in Criterion A. If there's ever anything that you're unsure of, look back at the resources from those tasks and that work as well, because there's all kinds of information on action plans and city models in the unit resources that were given for you when you completed Criterion A. So remember that all this project builds off of one another and you can find some of that information there. But of course, if you have a question, please let me know. So when you go to create your plan, you can use whatever format that you'd like. I'm okay if you want to use a table, if you want to use a flowchart. It doesn't have to look any one specific way, but you do have to be clear and you have to include some specific things. So when we create our plan, it has to be logical, it has to describe the efficient use of time and resources, and it needs to be so clear that other people could follow it to create a similar solution if you handed it to them. So in this case, somebody could create a very similar action plan and a very similar model of a sustainable system if you were to hand them your plan. So here's an example of what a flowchart plan might look like. This is an example of what a table might look like for a specific plan. Again, you just need to clearly outline and describe the steps, materials, and time that you'll need to take to complete the model of your sustainable system and the action plan that describes its creation and its implementation and its function. You can use whatever format you'd like, you just have to be detailed and clear. So in order to get a 7, it has to be detailed, it has to be logical, it has to describe the time, the resources, all the materials that you'd need, and it needs to be clear enough that other people can follow. Here's other examples of types of charts you can use. You can use something like a Gantt chart. You can use a table like this. If you look here, I've linked in a format that I've encouraged and that we've used a lot in past design classes. And this one is where we talk about the task that we're doing. We list the tools that it would take or any specifics, the time it would take us to complete, and then we save this column here to document our process. So if you choose this format, don't worry about this right now. This is something we'll do later. Just focus on filling in this side. But we just need to describe clearly what we're doing, what we need to do it, and the time we're going to do it at. And that is the main part and the main focus of this task. So you don't have to use these templates if you don't want to, but if you do, they end up looking a little bit something like this one down here, is what those would look like. But remember, you don't have to. If one of these other types of plan makes more sense to you, please do that. Please use that. You just have to clearly state what you're going to do, how you're going to do it. If you'd like to look into the rubric for how I'm going to grade and assess, especially all of Criterion C and the things that don't need to be done for that, which could be useful for you in your plan, you can find that. It's linked right down here. So we'll be focusing on creating this plan for the creation of your action plan and your model for your sustainable city in our next two classes, and it'll be turned in. Remember, this is just a pre-check to make sure that you're on the right track, and I'll be able to let you know if you need to change or add anything. You can use any format you like. It can be a table, it can be a flowchart. It just has to be clear, and you have to include information on time, resources, and any materials that you would need to create your plan. To create your action plan, which is the presentation that describes your sustainable system model and your system model. So describe how you're going to make that model of your system and how you're going to make your action plan, which describes the model and the system. So this will be due before our next, after our next class. So for 10A, this will be due on Wednesday, and for 10B, this will be due on Tuesday after class. So we'll work on these for the next two classes. If you have any questions, I'm here during our class time, and you can also email me. Good luck, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.